Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about a tool which will be using Excel as a front end and Python programming as a back end. This is a small tool which is built to utilize machine learning capabilities that are present in the Python programming language and to utilize the reporting facilities that are available in Excel as a front end over here. So we'll give you a small walkthrough of what exactly this tool can do. Okay, we will try to solve two case studies here, very simple case studies, just as an overview of how the tool functions. One of these case studies based on house prices. So over here we will try to predict the prices of the house using certain sets of variables. These variables are like square feet, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, etc. And this we will try to do using a linear regression problem. And we also have another case study, very famous case study of Titanic, wherein we will use a logistic regression model to project who survived and who did not. So those are the two case studies we'll try to solve using this particular tool. Okay, so let me just give you a brief of what exactly the tool is. So we have a front end which looks like this. We have a data loader tab from which we can load data from different sets of files, for example Excel file, a SAS file or a CSV file. So once we go through the data loader tools, so for example I use CSV here and we'll be solving the house prices problem first. So I choose house prices here and click on open. So this is going to load this particular data which took some 9 seconds to load it. Okay, so now we can see the variables which were there in the Excel file for us. We have the home, the prices, the square feet. Okay, these are the variables, these are the numeric variables. In case we want to do certain transformation on these, we can obviously just select that variable and choose what kind of a transformation we want to do. But in this case, it is not required here. We also have an option to create dummies. Now these are all categorical variables as we saw in the Excel file here. East, west, brick is no and yes. So if we want to convert these dummies uh, into numeric form, how we can do is, so we can just create dummies there. If I want to use brick and neighborhood, create dummies for them. So I can just click on create. It will take few seconds for us to convert them. Okay. Now we have created dummies. I'll just close this and restart it again. And now I will come on to the select model type. Now you can see that I have these dummies bricks underscore no, bricks underscore yes. And there are three variables, north, west and east, and south obviously is the fourth one which automatically implies. So we have all these variables that have come up here. Now if I want to create a linear regression model wherein I want to predict the prices of the house, so I will just pick prices and put it as a dependent variable for me here. Okay, so let me just put up some variables here. We have square feet. I think the bigger the house, it should cost more. And then say for example number of bedrooms as another variable here. Okay, and I want to do a random sampling. I want to divide my data set in such a way that I will do some 70%. I will create my model on 70% of data, and then on the out of sample I will try to check whether it's a good fit model or not. My sampling would be random in size. Sometimes in time series model we can do an out of time sampling, for which we have the out of time sample available, and then obviously from the drop down here you can choose which variable is the time variable there, and it will do the sorting accordingly. So in this particular case we are going to do the random sampling. Okay, now these are some of the variable ranking algorithms. These are all machine learning algorithms. You can see as lasso is there, then random forest is there, recursive feature elimination is there. We have the uh, ridge is there. So these all variable ranking all options are present. Let me just select all of them so that we can see the result, how all these variables will get ranked by variable by the contribution they make towards price. Okay, and then we want to create a linear regression model here. We'll just click on linear regression and we'll try to click on create model. Okay, it will take few seconds for us to get the model. Okay, then I'll walk you through the report that we have. Okay, here it is. So the model is created. Now we come down to this linear regression report. So whatever model we have created, it shows us in this particular format on itself. It's a very beautiful report that comes out of it. So we chose square feet and bedroom as variables there. We can see coefficients, we can see the standard errors. We can also see the VIF values telling us that these variables are not multicollinear right now. We have the fifth statistics coming in. We see that our R square is very poor, 0.35, not a good model. Other statistics also there. Now these are all different sets of assumptions that are there for the linear model, and we see that normality is there, heteroscedasticity is there, and autocorrelation is there. To check the results, I've added two tests in each of those assumptions, and whether they pass or not would be interpreted from the p-values. Then we have different sets of diagnostic plots, very simple residual versus fitted values, graph from which we make most of the assumptions, the distribution of the residual. Okay. Then individual graphs of square fit versus the residual, we again see these charts, and I've also provided some space to add comments here. Okay. And these would be based on each of the individual variables that we have. Okay. Now we have the in-sample versus out-sample predictions here. So this is showing the graph wherein we see the prices of the houses, and we see our observations plotted against them versus what we have in the predicted. We don't see that it's a very good fit. And similarly, the out of sample also, the result looks like exactly the same. There is a small improvement on the R square terms, but still if you look at the graph, you will interpret it the other way. Now cross validation is one way wherein we divide the sample multiple times. Here I've chosen 10 options, and accordingly we create it. As of now, I'm still working on this particular part. Okay. We will look at the feature eliminations. So here we look at different set of variables. Now first is the correlation. So this is the correlation value of each of those variables with respect to the price variable, with all these variables one after the other. We see that square fit is one of the variables, very good correlation, 0.55. We have other variables like bedroom, like bathroom over there. Number of offers we did not include, yes, but we have minus correlation over there. And again, neighborhood north we can look at as a negative correlation. Okay. So these are the few of the variables that we understand from correlation values. Similarly, if we look at RFE rank, we have brick. Brick as one of the, so whether it is made of brick or it is not made of brick is another option that comes up here. The ranking comes out to be 1 there. And we have again neighborhood north again as a primary variable coming up. So on the basis of what we have understood from here, okay, we have another random forest. Let's look at, so square fit again is at the top there, and we have neighborhood west coming up as another important variable. Similarly in ridge and lasso and R lasso, but let's just go with what we understand from correlation in this case and from random forest. So we'll go back and create the model once again. So from what we understood was these variables were important. We wanted to predict price. We'll select price. We want to have square fit. We think that's a very good variable. We choose bedrooms. Yes. We will choose bathrooms. Yes. And we have neighborhood north. We had neighborhood west. And yes, brick hood, whether it was made of brick or not. So again, we have chosen these variables. We'll choose as the sample size of 70%. And yeah, we want to create a linear regression model. We click on create model. Okay. And we'll just wait for a few seconds and then whatever we will choose it. Okay. So now we have all the variables that we have added it into our model, and we look at the R square values. There is a considerable improvement from 3.5 I guess to 0.76. Okay. Yep. And we see that all our model assumptions of normality, heteroscedasticity and autocorrelation are doing good there. Our diagnostic plots also look good. We have a good residual chart there. So far so good. This is a very good example of integrating Excel with Python, utilizing all the resources that are available, machine learning algorithms that are present in Python, and bringing all the reports directly on Excel. Okay. And we also see in this case in sample and out sample have done very well. That's good. Okay. Now the focus for us is to understand that we can integrate both Excel and Python language and bring out some kind of tools. Now we will look at another set of